Well, I came outside tonight to see if I can get some drone action in, and you can see some. You just got to zoom in a little bit. Well, camera's not that great at night, but they're here as usual. There you go. I'm not going to sit here and point it at them tonight. I got videos every night of it. But what I did want to talk about was my day that I had yesterday, or earlier today. It's like 2 in the morning. But of course, my main perpetrator wanted me to take him places that he needed to go. And out of my respect, regardless of whether he's terrorizing me or not, or disrespect me and run me down, I still help him regardless. Because he might not do the right thing, but I will. Of course, I don't want to do the right thing sometimes with the way he's treated me, but I'm going to do it anyway because he's still supposed to be family, but he don't act like it. You know, I thought it was my own family. Well, I've always considered this main person my own family, even though he's step family. I've always tried to consider them family, but unfortunately, some things don't work that way. But anyway, basically, he just likes to get me out where there's no witnesses, so he can say crazy ass shit to me, or and to get me harassed as well. Because I noticed when we're driving in the truck, he's got to say everything that y'all are going to do, where it's at. He's got to say it out loud because obviously he knows people are listening, so he can tell them where they need to go so they can harass me, since he's got shit in his vehicles where you could hear everything that they're connected up to. Because I've heard him talking through his little vehicles. I've heard noises like in the ceiling and shit, like when you're sitting there driving his vehicles to help him out all the time. I've heard noises and shit. They made it to where I could hear it to let me know that they're doing this. And I've asked him before, I'm like, okay, so why are you doing all this shit to me? And he always gotta give me crazy ass answers. Well, we didn't grow up together. We're not real family. And I'm like, well, that's funny, because you never acted like that before until all of a sudden now. We didn't grow up together. Of course, we didn't grow up together. But my stepfamily has known me since I was born. So I don't know what we didn't grow up together means. Or I just didn't grow up with you. Well, hell, I can't help that, but that's not my problem. You know, and if that message is from someone else that he was giving to me, or for anybody else, that's not my problem if I didn't grow up with anybody. But anyways, I got some more video footage and some audio recording footage, because of course what I'm fixing to tell you, I got the evidence saved. But he wanted to be nice or whatever, to take me to get something to eat, for helping him drop his truck off and taking him where he needed to go and all that. I honestly didn't want nothing to eat. I was trying to go home, but then I was like, you know what? I'll just do it anyway. So I go to the closest place, Hardee's, and guess what? They're closed. Just like every other place that I do go to, when I do want to go to them, they're always closed. And I got evidence and screenshots and videos of places I've tried to go and shop at normal business hours closed. Damn, it's cold outside tonight. But and so I've got plenty of times where I want to go places. They shut it down because they know where I'm going ahead of time. And he's over there talking about where we're going and which way and out loud where it can be heard. So when I go there, they already know what to do. So then I was like, okay, well, we'll go next door to place next door to Hardee's. When I go around to pull my order, I'm talking to a lady, and halfway through the damn order process, all of a sudden the voice changes to a real deep voice, like they trying to talk all deep and hard and shit. You know, to a masculine man's voice from a lady's. Didn't warn me, didn't say, hey, I'm sorry, I can't understand you, I'm gonna switch over to another server. They did that on purpose to get in my head, and I got that audio recorded. And of course, driving by me with bright lights on, everybody in town has bright lights turned on. You know, when I was in the Army, we had to keep our bright lights on all the time. Well, not necessarily bright, but we had to keep our car lights on at all times for safety on base. And we're not on base in the regular civilian world. We're just driving around downtown where, why would the whole town all have new cars with bright lights driving by me? And the fake ass traffic that they sit there at the damn fusion centers and come up with. Cause and speaking of that, I got this on audio too. When I was trying to turn into Hardee's to begin with, when I went to turn left, all these cars getting off the interstate kept driving by me, would not let me turn in. But I understand that, you know, that does happen because of where it's located. It's right there off the interstate anyway. But they would play games because as they're all driving by me, they're looking at me laughing as they're going by, like, yeah, we're stopping you. And I'm like, yeah, I don't really give a fuck. I don't care. Or you have to look their direction because you're waiting until they drive by so you can turn in, and they start looking at you and then looking away real quick, turning their head as they're driving by you, trying to be funny. It's like, okay, and I still don't give a fuck. It still don't fucking bother me. Y'all are the ones looking like a bunch of assholes and kids out here playing games. Tricks are for kids. I'm grown. But hey, I can't help that they fell off, you know. They must have been good people growing up, but they fell off somewhere along the way. But I got that conversation on audio because one would stop, and then my perpetrator, I'm driving to get something to eat, he kept telling me to go. And I'm like, I can't go. He said, well, that truck stopped. Yeah, well, these cars keep coming. You trying to get me to a damn car accident? But, so we drive on through. Finally, after everything slows down, but I didn't care. Hell, it didn't bother me. And then when I get home, man, after doing all this, I go to sleep. Well, as soon as I wake up, I slept, 2-3 hours probably. As soon as I wake up, I swear to God, I heard this loud ass sound like this. It sounded just like a gunshot underneath the fucking house. Like it was muzzled under the house. And I know I'm not crazy. And it may not have been that. It's possible it could have been something else. Something could have dropped. But it was right underneath where I lay down at. Where I sleep at. Right underneath me where I can hear it. Like, And I'm like, I know I ain't crazy. I know I heard what I heard. But there's nobody outside. Everybody seems to be in the house, so I don't know how or who could have done it. But that's not the first time I heard that shit. One time, when it was just me there and my perpetrator there, I heard he was outside in the garage, and I heard what sounded like a muzzled gunshot out in the garage. Like, those are threats, you know, where there's no witnesses to confirm it. And I can't just have a damn microphone or a video camera recording 24/7. I can't afford that, you know. You know, and I don't have the time to do that. I mean, I do, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to predict when they're going to do things because they have more access over watching you and knowing your every movement. Because I've noticed if I've turned up my damn TV real loud and turn everything up where they can't hear me in the damn house, I'll start hearing what sounds like a motion detector turning, like going beep, beep, beep real loud, like it's trying to somehow sensitize to the level of volume, or motion detector or something. I'll hear it like in the ceiling or in the walls. It's crazy as hell. And I know I ain't tripping. But I even got an audio recording that I let somebody listen to, where every time I would turn up my TV real loud, I would hear that. But I don't know, man. That shit's crazy as hell. I ain't never in my life experienced some shit like this. Now, those two incidences where I thought they were gunshots, or like muffled or muzzled, it could have just been a random noise. I obviously don't have those on audio recording to prove it, so the only thing I can do is document it and talk about it. You know, I can't prove it because you don't know when they're going to do it, man. They communicate with each other. They know every time that they leave, or somebody's coming over, or when somebody's leaving if they came over. And don't tell me they know all of those things. And keep me in the dark about everything, I guess, to keep me guessing. But I think there's some incidences of me making these videos and showing evidence that if those are the sounds that I heard, then they're trying to intimidate me and threaten me to shut up. But I'm not backing down. I'm just not going to. I don't have to. I'm grown. I don't have to take this crap. And another thing that I picked up on is there's been times in different groups I'm in, there will be people with fake fucking pages talking like me, mimicking me, acting like me, talking like me, like they're me. And I've commented on them and asked them what the hell they talking about, and then I blocked their ass. But that's what they do, man. They try and copy you. And mock you and mimic you and try to be like you. It's crazy. It's nuts. But I'm trying to rationalize that these things are possible and that they do happen, or that they can happen, because there's a lot of stuff I see in the groups of people talking, but but they're not grounded in reality, or not saying, okay, maybe I'm not trying to put them down, but the way that it comes out, or the way that they say, I think there's some kind of miscommunication. And a lady in one of the groups even said that, which makes sense. I think there's a lot of miscommunication or misunderstanding between what people are trying to say, because some of it don't sound, it makes us sound like we're crazy and we're just making it up, or some people just hear some of the things that they talk about, and they're like, okay, that's crazy, I'm not even gonna listen, because it don't come out right. They just say it's I'm hearing, like they'll say shit like they're hearing voices or something, or it's demonic, it's spiritual warfare. And when people hear that shit, they automatically gonna change past that, because they're not explaining it properly. And or some of it is just misinformation. It's people say shit like that, the perpetrators that are running this program, getting on these groups saying this crap. Oh, I'm hearing voices, I'm hearing this, I'm seeing this, it's demonic, it's spiritual warfare, so that other people that don't know about it come in here to try to investigate it, to see what it's about, will automatically be like, no, they're crazy, they're on drugs. And then some of them, they're really experiencing those things, but they're not grounded and able to say it right, or it sounds like they're ungrounded. And I'm not talking about anyone in specific, because I don't know a bunch of people there. I'm just saying in general. But there's no telling how many people have lost their lives because of this harassment and this program. And there needs to be justice brought to those people. And that's why everybody's got to start standing up and exposing and fighting for those that have lost their lives, and fight for those that, and fight for their lives and everyone else's lives that are alive. And now I'm seeing a bunch of things on the group about it. In the groups that now people are saying it's Zersetzung, the Nazi Germany, I don't know how to pronounce it, but the Nazi Germany stalking and harassment program that they had, or that they used against the Jews, and that's where they got those tactics from. Well, they did get them from somewhere. They probably did take it from their playbook, because they're doing the same thing that Hitler did to the Jews, and also the Germans that helped the Jews. It's no different than what they're doing now. You know, any crazy person out there with a mental disorder can just go and put people on a damn watch list, and it don't even get investigated. Just because somebody says something, they're like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll put them on a watch list, we'll watch them. And look at this. I guess they want to come out and get in on the action. But that's what it's like. It seems like they learned from the Nazi Germany program back then, and they're using it now for domestic terrorism here. But any crazy person that don't like somebody, or that's racist or whatever, judge somebody, don't like the way somebody acts, or their own beliefs, they can just go put them on a watch list, and the fusion is like, okay, we'll put them on the list, we'll watch them because they got connections. No investigation, no oversight, nothing. And it's crazy to me that people don't believe in gang stalking, but they'll sit down and believe in and talk about conspiracy theories all day, read tarot cards, and all kinds of other shit. I mean, they say it's crazy, but half of the shit that some people believe in and do is just as crazy. I mean, some of the damn conspiracy theories out there are crazier sounding than the damn gang stalking, because you can prove gang stalking if you expose it, and that's the problem. People are scared to expose it. There's not a lot of exposure because people are scared to expose it, because they get threatened, so they go along with them because they don't want the gang stalking to enhance or to increase, and for them to start getting worse to them. So they back off, and when they start trying to tell their side of the story, it pokes the bear, and they're scared of poking the bear because they start threatening you. They start increasing the attacks. They start doing more shit to you. They start taking more things away from you. They start going after your friends, your damn family, ruining your relationships, everything. So people get scared to expose them and stop doing it. But I'm not stopping, because if somebody don't, then ain't nothing gonna change. And that's why when you ask for evidence, some people don't want to show, or they're afraid to record evidence, or they don't have the ability to get the evidence because the program is so organized that it's hard to get evidence because they take advantage of you. I can't afford equipment to go and record all day. Hell, I can't even keep a job without being harassed at a fucking job. And they like to get you when you're at vulnerable places, especially at work, and you can't walk around your job with the fucking with the damn body cam on, or your camera up all day, because one, you got to work, and two, if your employers catch you or your employees catch you, they're gonna go snitch you out, or a customer catches you, they're gonna go tell on you, and you're gonna get fired. And that's what they want, because they tell your employers that when you're working there. There's no laws to protect us against this. There's no laws where we can expose this and keep our job. Because sure, I could go get another job tomorrow, but as soon as I go to turn that damn camera on to record and I get caught, I'm fired. And if I go get a job tomorrow and don't turn the camera on, I'm still going to be harassed until I quit my job. So, and the employers are going to go along with them in the shit that they use against you and make up. So it's like you're put in a situation where you can't win. And the people get in a situation where they feel like there's no way out, there's no hope. But you can't get like that, because if you don't do something today, then nobody else is. Nobody's going to do nothing. And what you do today can help somebody else tomorrow. But these perpetrators, man, or the main one I'm dealing with, I try to do good things for them, but yet even just despite him targeting me and doing everything that he's been doing to me, I still help him. Then there's times where I don't want to, because I know what's going to happen. He's going to get me out and have me harassed in public. But the only reason why I still do what I do to help him is because of his health problems, and nobody else wants to take him anywhere. His family won't take him nowhere. I don't have a problem doing it. I actually have no issue doing it. And I do it because it's important that they get help or whatever somebody needs it, regardless of what they do to me. And I'll go and be terrorized for it. But that's okay, because they can keep threatening me and making all these sounds. I'm not backing down. They're not going to scare me into submission. And obviously I must be doing something right, or they wouldn't threaten me so much, or they wouldn't attack me so much and increase the attacks every time I speak out. And hearing all this crazy noise that I can't prove if it's actually what I heard or not. I don't know that for sure, but that's what it sounded like. And it sounds crazy about me talking about I thought I heard like a gunshot under the house under where I sleep at, but it was muffled. That sounds crazy because I don't recall anybody going under the house. I don't recall anyone being here, but I was asleep, so, but I didn't go investigate it because I didn't want to go outside and somebody asks me, did I hear something? Because if I say that, they're going to think I'm crazy and have me put in a damn psych ward, because that's another reason why shit like that happens, or you hear shit like that. It could have been something they had set up under there that sounded like it or mimicked that. I don't know. Just hoping I'll say something about it so my ass will get locked up. Or hoping I'll go say it on video and everybody's like, oh, see, we told you he's crazy. We ain't do that. Nobody does that. So I don't know what that was. It could have just been something in the closet behind me that sounded like it. I don't know. It was just weird. But I was asleep too, and I woke up and heard that loud ass noise. Where you going, Maggie? Maggie? Are you a beautiful girl? Yes, you are. You a beautiful baby. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Poor girl, I didn't get to up-hit you. I'm out here running my mouth. I'm sorry. But you know what? I'm grateful for this experience. Like I said before in my last video, it's taught me a lot about people. It's opened my eyes up to shit being done, and it's helped me stand up more. So I hope that they keep threatening me, and I hope that they keep attacking me, and I hope that they keep doing all this crazy ass shit. I hope that they keep doing it. I don't want them to stop, because it makes me stronger. It makes me still stand right here and speaking out against this shit. Because when I first started speaking out about this and standing up for myself, I had a hard ass time doing it. But now it's getting a whole lot easier, and I'm thankful. Now I find myself not even having to think about, should I stand up for myself, or should I say this or what to say. I don't even hesitate. I don't even think about it. I just start speaking. I just start saying shit. Because I've been going through this shit over and over and over and over. And here we go. Another drone flying right by while I'm talking and running my mouth. But hell, I didn't even want to come out here on camera saying, oh yeah, I thought I heard a gunshot underneath the house or in the garage, because of course I can't prove it. But if you're seeing all these drones and all the other crazy shit I've showed you, there's got to be some truth to that. It was something. you know, and I don't have the ability or the power or the money to investigate it and find out. But I got more evidence coming. And he looked at me mad as hell when we got home, and he seen me take my phone out. He looked right at my phone screen and saw that recorder on, because I was trying to put it up real quick. And he looked mad as hell at me. He was mad as hell. But I ain't riding nowhere with him no more. So he can say crazy ass shit to me while we're alone. Because he hadn't been doing that no more when I go anywhere with him, because I have a recorder on. I don't want to hear that crazy ass shit. Because if I go say it and I can't, I don't have proof, then I sound crazy and I look crazy, and they're just going like, oh no, he didn't. I don't know where he got that from, and it's just me there by myself with him, so there's no witnesses. So now I'm gonna start using a damn microphone recorder, and usually when I do that, when they're hacking your shit, they know it's on, but it keeps them from recording. Or, I mean, shit. It keeps them from saying that shit. So when they know it's on, and they know that I'm recording with the microphone, they don't say that crazy shit to me, because I don't want to hear it. Or they be more careful once they find out you're recording them, and they stop doing it. But it just shows you whatever those sounds was. That shows me enough of what I can take. If that's what it was, it shows me what I can handle and what I can take. So I'm glad that they did it. I'm thankful. Keep doing it. It just shows me how tough I am. But anyways, this is another documentation. Oh, and another thing, why they accuse you of these fake ass crimes and don't investigate them is because they want to get away with doing this shit to people. So the more people they can get to believe it, the more and easier it is to help them cover it up and lie on you, so that if you go crazy or something does happen, or you hurt somebody, all those lies are going to help them believe that there was a reason for them to do this to people. And nobody's going to say nothing about it. Nobody's going to know nothing. Don't nobody know nothing. Hey, baby. And so they can kiss my ass.